All right, so yeah, you walk all the way, and once you get to the docks, you ask for the sword. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Now that we're here, are you okay with giving me the sword? And Azor says this loud enough so the mercs can sort of hear, that Azor is, are you?
Of course, I'll give you your sword back. He says, and he gives it, and he hands it over.
And Azora calls to the mercs. You guys getting paid by him or Gamble?
Gamble.
And Azora, does say, if you need to get out of here, we're saying it's Gamble. Why don't we give you a lift out of here, give you cover? We'd accept coin, you have deep pockets. And Azora's saying this loud enough that those mercs can hear, playing this like we're making a deal with him,
Yeah.
You should come with us. Well, we're cheaper than these mercs and can give you some cover out of here.
You're asking. You mean the guy?
Yeah.
The Fleming.
Yeah, Fleming.
Yeah. He's like, sounds agreeable.
You boys can say whatever you want when Gamble gets here to get paid.
Yeah. What? One of the guy. There is one of the mercs just walks out of the nowhere. By the way, having been healed by Nostria.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
Azor does just look. The hell are you?
What? I showed them how to get through the wall in exchange for my.
Yeah. He's fine.
Fleming, sir.
If you want to still Fleming, and so Azor does say, look, Fleming kind of just sold out his boss, so he's getting the hell out of here. And if you boys want to get paid by Gamble, I suggest you stay here. I guess I'm just assuming they're boys, but
Yeah.
It seems just a diminutive phrase for you fuckers.
Yeah.
That voice.
I didn't want to say you cunts. That might seem a bit aggressive.
You cunts.
Yeah.
So I have another question, though.
Yeah.
Has Jailbird regrouped with us?
Yes, she has. Yeah.
Okay.
She was watching that whole thing.
Okay, fair. All right.
But yeah, the other guys, they all just kind of talk to each other before just kind of walking back. But the guy who got his leg healed is like, actually, I think I'm quitting this. He promised me a ride. He said, pointing at Aegis.
No, I did.
And Azor just sort of nods when he says he's quitting. That's a good call. All right, why don't we all step on board now, nice and calm, and get out of here?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yep. You all step on board. The other guard says, Fleming looks. Where's his smirk? He looks so self-sad. What happened?
Found some peace. And is just gonna guide Fleming, into one of the holding areas and just sort of have him sit down. You stay here for a while, where it's safe.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And just sort of, lock him in there. I'm gonna pat him down, too.
Yeah.
And just say to Aegis, that rock we were at, take us back there. I left some stuff. Hopefully it's not gone.
Yeah, Aegis heads back. Aegis guides them back there.
Alright, so let's,
Damn, look at that!
All
Something
right.
came full circle.
We got the sharks. We gotta get the sharks. Not leave.
Oh fuck!
Oh no! Oh no!
The shark.
As Axe started,
Yeah, it's fine. We'll go back to the rock.
Yeah. No, okay, hold on. It's back there. Go get him.
Yeah, when I forgot which rock you were talking about. I thought you meant maybe you dropped something in the rock room, not the rock that we were.
Yeah, they were over here. They were over here. Don't worry. All right.
Yeah,
so they are all.
We go back.
Yeah, they're all emaciated and all that, but they're fine.
Actually, I do say to Axe before we go in there is hey, you might not want to come with us, but those sharks.
Why?
Then the shark men, I found them in there. They're not in a good way.
Oh hell, them.
Axe
Well, I was
shoves him to
wondering
his side.
where they
Axe
wound
shoves him to his side to go and go and look at them.
I'm gonna use the bathroom while y'all get the sharks.
Nice. Yeah, they're all emaciated and barely conscious, but they just basically mutter out like apologies for like getting caught.
Oh no!
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Come on, let's get him back on.
Yeah, Axe is carrying. Axe is starting to carry. He's gonna carry some of them.
I think you're the only one who could probably carry Shark Man.
He carries Ripster and Streaks. In the meanwhile, so to find that rock in the middle of the lake, I mean, there's still that fog. I guess you, I guess you could, since he's in neutrality, you could just ask him for how to navigate in the fog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He will just use him as the navigation role. He's just
Yeah,
like on the periscope.
Yeah, in which case he just like gives you like his goggles. That's how it's done.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, and with that I think we head back to the fishing village where Aegis has one more bit of work for the night.
At first you pick up the
Go
Azora's.
to the rock, pick up the stuff.
Yep. It's actually it's like a hermit crab has made Azora's armor home.
Aw. You just have to leave it there. It's like, it'd be rude to kick
It's just
him
a
out.
moral choice now, yeah.
Come the fuck on. Are you saying that it's more valuable that you have this than, you know, that guy having a home?
I like this. I just want to say I like this tweet.
I'm back.
Did you see that video of the guy just getting incredibly mad about Minecraft? Like,
Yes,
you
I
want
did.
The Shokio one, which is just fucking
Yeah, Shokio.
embarrassing.
Will Smith.
Actually, like 5
Will
seconds.
Smith is so problematic.
Will Smith is more like fucking really shit Dave Chappelle.
I love that Minecraft Steve is like they don't do like the story mode style animation for him. That it's just the really stiff animations from the game. That's great.
Hey,
I love the fucking thing about that I loved was who played Minecraft and thought, yeah, I want them in a fighting game. It's like fucking Villager is in fucking Smash.
Yeah.
What fucking high horse bullshit are you on, you fucking Smash player?
Well, you see, Smash players.
I mean, like, I think a much better question is who plays Minecraft, and it's like, you know that series, The Walking Dead, about, like, heavy narratives and complex moral choices and, dealing with difficult quandaries and whatnot? I really want that to be, Minecraft. Like, that's the medium I want to experience Minecraft in.
You know what Minecraft is missing? Moral dilemmas.
Yeah.
So speaking of a moral dilemma, when you get to the rock, Azora, your shield has actually been made home to a hermit crab.
Aw, we'll make it our pet.
No, it's fine.
Okay. So yeah,
Alright.
take my shield and...
And now it's back to the village.
I just realized, holy shit though, my, Hey, Aegis.
Yeah.
I say, like, picking up my, you're down a shield, I noticed.
Yeah, it got disintegrated. Well, not quite disintegrated. It's not usable anymore, and it's back there.
Actually, out of character, how much, like, spare weight do you have? What is your, like, load to...
That's a good point, actually. I've got to remove a thing from it. So I've got to get rid of that shield. I have 8 of 12, So I've got 4 left. Oh yeah, Aegis does like as we're like setting off. Aegis does go around just like thanking everyone for fucking turning up in time. It's like it was a fucking dicey situation because he did just run out and was about to be fucking capped. Fucking god.
Yeah.
And he does apologize to Azora for like using her sword as like bait for a get out. It's like it was, thinking on my feet. I just gave it over to the guy.
No, Azora does like, sort of calm me down and like, does just say thank you. You made the right call though. Because of that, we never lost him and were able to track him down, even going through hidden passageways. It was the right call, but thank you I appreciate the apology all the same.
Our business tonight isn't settled. When we get back to town, I'm gonna go and try and have a word with the mayor. Explain what's going on.
So, Azora, picking up her, usual shield, Azora asks Aegis, have 2 shields here now. Which one do you prefer? Jailbird helped make this one from scraps from the bike, but it's a bit heavy. So essentially, this one's 2 armor, but 2 weight, whereas my old one is 1 armor, but 1 weight.
You won't mind if I take your old one, do you? I prefer something a bit lighter. I prefer to be a bit more nimble.
I figured this might be heavy. So yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, okay, so what's that shield's name and tags?
Clockwork shield, 2 armor, 2 weight.
Oh no, I'm taking the lighter one, the old lighter
one. The lighter one, sorry. It's just shield, plus 1 armor, 1 weight.
Man, it's a shame we're not very uniform in our equipment or anything like that. We don't... Our fucking outfits...
Good branding.
We can't brand in any way. I guess, like, Azora could have, like, a no-one's cape and a no-one's shield. I could have a no-one's shield. Fucking what? Axe is gonna have a fucking no-one's loincloth. Like...
Just get the tattoo on his chest.
Oh, yeah, that's the way to do it. Just brand him forever.
Yeah, we need to come up with a logo.
Yeah, we do.
So how is Axe holding up after that whole gamble incident?
Barely. He's not happy. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna do something unprecedented.
He's gonna meditate.
No, he's gonna lock himself. He's just gonna lock himself into Raina's room and sit there.
No.
And he just wants to be alone.
Yeah.
Raina's just in the kitchen, then tries to go back to her room. What the fuck?
Yeah, Raina's upset, but like Axe is also upset and doesn't want to and remembers that they're on water.
Yeah.
And just sort of sits down and says, "This sucks."
Yeah, and Azora is going to go back to Jailbird and, I appreciate you lending me the sword. And you handled yourself well in there.
Oh, well, thank you. I thought it was pretty impressive watching you work. I didn't think you'd be able to sit down for a negotiation like that.
When things are on the line, when this sword used to belong to my sister, essentially, and last time I tried to help her, I was blinded by anger and panic and rushed in to try and save her, and I was stabbed in the head by this sword, and she died. Losing control doesn't help and won't save her.
He threatened it with exorcism.
Yeah, Azora looking down at her sword, frankly, I don't really know how any of that works, but I don't know. It just seemed bad. It felt wrong to let him do anything with this.
Well,
and Azora, and sheathing it. Plus, I also thought Aegis was dead at the time, which glad to see he isn't.
Oh yeah, that would have been a bummer. She looks at him Fleming and Holding. What are you gonna do with him now?
You know, I just realized that Azora has technically caused 2 people to suffer ego death.
Also,
not so much ego death. Like he's retained his memories and like sense of he knows who he is. It's like
okay.
It's
Azora...
just that the neutrality talisman has basically just made him open to just return his like sense of like ego, like ego death, but not.
It's more super ego death.
Yeah.
Oh, that's enough. Well,
we need id death next.
Yeah. Any sense of like loyalties or like or like duplicitousness, like he's not going to do anything like evil now. Basically, essentially, like he's not going to like do something duplicitous. He's not going to do something overtly good either.
He's just pretty, whatever.
He's just vibing now.
He's just vibing. Azora does comment about, like her rifle. Frankly, you seem to use that better than I did. That seems more useful in your hands than in mine. You grabbed that shotgun though.
Oh yeah, I did. I thought it was. Yeah. That Merc group was kitted out.
We'll have to try and find ammunition for this, but this seemed to pack a decent punch, and I'd rather use that than that rifle, and I imagine you have better use for that rifle than.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll agree to that. But what about the sword?
Oh yeah, you can, and yeah, Azora hands it back.
Yeah, she grabs it with the mechanical arm. It's like, that old thing. It's an antique.
It's a good weapon. Just not mine.
I get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I do want to, I need to talk to, we should go back and talk to everyone going on. We have Fleming here, and, they can decide what to do about the situation.
Who are you saying that to?
Aegis.
Oh, okay, yeah. And you cut out through near enough all of that. We should take.
Azora was saying, yeah, we should go back to the town, talk to the mayor, and then obviously take Irving back. But explain we have Fleming now, what's going on, and let them know the situation and that they are currently safe. But
yeah.
Gamble wasn't here, and Gamble could very well be back and could bring and create more fish. He could easily install another Fleming. So taking Fleming out of here is not necessarily a long-term solution.
Yeah, we've bought them some time at most, and well, don't tell Irving, but we may have made the situation worse in a way. The mayor ought to know, though.
Yeah. And we can, and then Azor says, and we'll bring Fleming with us to the mayor, and we can try and mine him for any information that could be useful to them. In the meantime, I need to go talk to him now. So Azora is going to go, and while we're on our way back to the town, sit next to or Fleming, and just with her notebook, and just says, I want you to describe Gamble in as great detail, what he looks like, every assessment you can make as character. Give me your as detailed a picture of him and what he does and can do as best as you can. So I'm not asking for you to so I'm not asking for you, Ben, to communicate this all now, but I don't know, get a character profile of Fleming or of Gamble as written by Fleming for future use.
Sure. Yeah. The basic gist is old man, white hair. He's got some scarring on his on the right side of his face. He tends to wear he tends to wear he tends to wear sunglasses and takes care to hide things under takes care wears a heavier lab coat to hide to hide things in. Like he looks a lot bigger than he is because of that.
Gotcha. Shit. Fuck.
I'll be right back.
Fuck. God damn it.
What?
I had a punchline, but I can't get the image I need for the punchline.
Wow.
God damn it.
Actually, you know what? He wears wide frame glasses, has a goatee, and he wears and he wears a short black hat.
Okay, nice. Nice.
Sometimes he's. This one time I just saw him in his tiny whiteies. He's surprisingly intimidating.
I was trying to make a Rick joke, but I couldn't find the specific version of Rick with the scar on his face. I couldn't get that version for the joke, and well, the timing was dead. You gotta be snappy on these things.
How come all the icon drawings, iconography of Heisenberg is sunglasses? He doesn't wear sunglasses.
He did at the start when he was meeting with Tuco. Because that was the drawing of Heisenberg, was from him meeting Tuco and whatnot. He always had those big sunglasses. Because those drawings also don't have the goatee, they only have the mustache. He didn't get the goatee until season 3. A.k.a. as soon as he gets the goatee, the show's just downhill.
Okay, I just have to. I think this is the funniest screenshot of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that's a I have to say, of all the screenshots I was thinking it could be, that wasn't it, and it really. Also,
it's really funny. What do you think, Snick?
Snick's not here.
Oh, that's right. You have to wait for him to get back.
What do you think of that image?
Can't believe Snake dead. Oh god, that's fucking
yeah, that's good.
See, I will say I like that mostly because it leads brilliantly into this one.
Is that Paul Jr. or Jesse?
Jesse.
Jesse. Jesse. We have to cook.
Imagine, people talk about alternate universe Breaking Bad. What if it was in Canada? You know what you got to think about? Those people need to shut the fuck up and then to think, what if AU Breaking Bad, but Walter flicked the safety off in episode 1.
That's a good idea.
And just actually fucking shot himself in the head.
Every so often, I think again about my idea for Breaking Bad, the animated series.
Yeah, it's good.
Did you see this very good tweet?
Yeah, it's good.
Can't believe it. Tsar Donald Trump.
I think. Oh no, this is a serious contender for my favorite Breaking Bad comic.
Have you considered what? Have you ever? Oh, Snake! I posted what I think is the funniest screenshot of Breaking Bad. I want your opinion, and if I'm right, I guess I'll repost.
Walt with the M's
Yeah.
It's an underrated one. I don't see that rated as funniest much, but I can see it. I don't know what I consider my funniest. I don't think I've thought about it. It's not Pizza on the Roof. That's too easy, and it's just there's moments in Breaking Bad that are meant to be serious that are way funnier. Just in like Walt with an M4 is definitely one of them because. Yeah, it's something you don't think about, him just holding a fucking M4.
You know what? Genuinely, I think one of the fucking... I don't know. I think it's just because of, like, the Flanderization we've built of Walt amongst ourselves. The myth we've built of Walter White, as opposed to what Walter White actually was. Amongst ourselves, that for some reason, just the first fucking bit with the flashback in El Camino is the fucking one of the funniest fucking things. I don't know, like we've just made him such an inherently hilarious character that he just shows up, and it's like sitcom applause,
it's
sitcom
kind of
laugh track.
I like Breaking Bad. I know I like Breaking Bad a lot more than M, just because this is the other thing, and I actually see the threat and the thing of Walter White and all that. But he is just inherently funny when you step away from the show, and this man is a fuck up on every conceivable level, non-stop. He is Mr. Bean. Just.
I wouldn't say it's objectively the funniest, but I think possibly the funniest frame to me is this one. There are a lot of contenders from this scene, but of the ones I found, I really like this one.
What the fuck is that?
I also really like, see, I wish I could find the first frame of this before he goes limp, when he's still sprawling. If I could get a freeze frame of the first frame of this. Oh, actually, wait, I think if I do this like this, that will actually give me the freeze frame. Yeah, that is another contender for, to me, the funniest fucking shot in Breaking Bad.
This, I think, like it's a good moment, but I love this screenshot so much.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
I'm like really excited for you to watch Cobra Kai though, and there's like I want to talk about with that.
This is from Fly too, I think.
I feel a very good show with like blending like these characters are of the 80s and they still believe in that lifestyle, and it sometimes plays that corniness straight. A lot of times though, it's like then it just clashes with reality, and it's like, nah, the world is not like this anymore. You don't get to do that shit, and just really nice character arcs. Like, characters fucking pivot around each other beautifully in that show.
Okay, here's like one I do see some people appreciate. Another very funny screenshot, but
oh yeah. That's when it's still funny when Walt is being a bastard.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Skylar.
You know what screenshot I do? Like, I think a lot of... It's one of those ones where, it's like...
This is a meme I saw this morning, and I'm going to put it in here now while the Breaking Bad discussion is ongoing.
Okay, you know what's underrated? Okay, you know what I want? I wish was a meme, was just like, I wish people would like replace the Heisenberg graffiti here with just random shit.
I find this one was very memed, but I think it has such a like hilarious, smug, like dumbass energy that it does become funny in its own unique way.
It doesn't help that he looks vaguely like he's got silly putty on.
Yeah.
Like, you look like he'd be fucking Tuesday or something from fucking American Gods in my mental picture of the... I've not watched the show, so my mental picture of Tuesday is a lot more like that.
Okay,
Anyway.
so we should finish this up.
Okay.
Every time Walt does that face, it's funny.
I do actually speak to the mercenary at some point, though, which is probably going to be difficult considering that I'm driving the thing, so I'm kind of
Yeah, just have
Have
them,
him in the cockpit.
Huh?
Laid out. Just have him laid out in the cockpits.
Which is very
hammock.
cool. I
Yeah.
think he would have to be, without any actual other bedding space and him being treated. Because I fucking cut his leg up.
Yeah.
I just kind of turned to him. How long were you working with those guys?
A few weeks.
Few weeks. And how much did you know?
I knew they brought people into that cavern and they didn't really come out.
You were okay with that?
I'm not paid to ask questions.
You can pick where your money comes from. There's more than enough work going around in this country. Aegis says, having been doing a freebie.
Yeah, like, as we're scrounging for money.
I don't know, it doesn't
This guy was making 600 coin a day, and we're like, poor,
We don't
I guess
we don't look poor, though. We're in a giant driving tank.
Yeah.
We look
Yeah,
better than them in some fashions. So what? Alright, never mind that. Never mind the morality lesson. I'm not going to play you on that. How about, was that all of them? Was that all of his mercs?
Everyone out there? Yeah.
Yeah?
Is everyone from the company?
You were from the company.
Yeah.
Do you know if he had any more other mercenary companies? Hired goons? Has Zora told Aegis about the Ridgeco thing yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, so Aegis can't really go down that line.
I know he has some. Yeah, I know he has some personal hired people.
And you ever see the man? You ever see Gamble?
I have a few times. He's the one who brought us to Fleming.
Do you know where he stays?
No, he wouldn't divulge that information to me.
Right. Where you going after this?
I don't know. Probably wherever I think Probably wherever I think there might be paying work.
Right.
Maybe Yuma.
A lot of people heading to Yuma looking to get out of the war.
That's where a lot of people are gonna need shit done.
You don't have any problem about, you're right out of there, you're leaving your company behind.
They want a chance Gamble coming back and seeing Fleming gone and a bunch of other shit. And whatever he might have in store for them afterwards, that's fine. Me, I always got the feeling that he might turn me into one of his fish things the moment he didn't like having me around.
How scary is the guy? Just turns a whole mercenary company into whatever those things were.
He's got a surprising amount of sway.
Right.
I believe he's done some self-modification.
Anything apparent?
He's got a hell of a sense of hearing. Couldn't whisper about anything without him hearing it. This is one thing.
I guess it makes
Oh, the crabs!
Guess it makes sense of all the things he's done. Done to others.
What? Are you going after him?
Yeah.
I always figured that would be So you're... Wait, so you're a military guy then?
Aegis just like turns and looks at him while driving a giant fucking crawling house, and he...
Yeah.
What, did me not kicking your ass earlier not tip you off?
Just figured it'd be weird for you to lecture about watching where money comes from if you're working for one of the sides in the war.
I'm not working for the sides in the war, I'm doing this one for a friend. What this guy did is inhuman. I want to put an end to it.
Inhuman is the point.
You know what I mean.
He's got you there. Like, it is
yeah,
quite...
It totally deflates my argument by turning it into a fucking play on words.
Yeah, you got owned. He won.
Damn,
He made the better wordplay, so he wins the argument.
the hatch, we're throwing him into the water, he owned me. Swim with that gammy leg, you fuck. We'll teach you to be smarmy.
Gammy, fuck.
Alright, so you wind up back in the fishing village.
Yep.
What do you do?
I am going. Well, I guess me and Azora are going to take Fleming to go and see the mayor. And
Yeah.
Axe, are you coming with?
I imagine Irving
Axe-
should also be.
No, actually, Axe isn't gonna come with you. He's sulking in the
Yeah,
storage
he's-
room.
Oh yeah, I just knock on the storage room. Axe.
The Raina's room, you mean?
Raina's room.
No, he left that room because
Okay,
he
that's
thought,
good.
snuck
he thought
out.
it would. No, he thought it smelled bad.
Wow.
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 Axe,
He-
like,
he
like,
all
Aegis,
the
like, goes to go in the
estrogen
storage
just, like-
room and just like the door is locked. Hello? Hello?
This
No.
one reeks of estrogen.
Axe, that's the storage room.
Axe needs to be alone right now.
Can you be alone outside of the storage room?
No.
Wait, I'll let you. Azora and the guy are in the storage room.
He just marched in like quietly and just sat down and started like pouting.
Mhm.
He locked the door. Like, Axe just turns around. Oh, we're not alone.
Oh. Axe opens the door and he shoves those two out.
Wow.
Wow.
Aegis puts his foot in the door. Which is probably a bad idea, but let's see how this goes.
Axe slams the door.
Axe or Aegis is crippled.
Just bisects his foot.
You best leave, or Axe might call Nostra a slur again.
Okay, Axe, alright, Axe, what's the problem now?
No, Azora does figure this guy is pretty well balanced. We can do this anywhere. Come on, let's go to the meditation room to continue this.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Let's go to the kitchen.
Nice.
Azora does thank Reina for coming and with the knives and everything.
Mm-hmm. I saved Boss Man.
She did.
You sure?
Yeah, Aegis says, kind of like heading in. Axe has just locked himself in the storage room. He's pouting. Yeah, she fucking saved me. It was a hell of a throw.
Hell of a woman.
Mm-mm.
I appreciate it, Reina. You're unbelievably valuable to all of us.
And don't you forget it. And she just mixes up something in the pot for taking a sip. Ah, yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Can I try?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
It's basically it's just chili, basically.
Oh, hells yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Azora's all about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Corum comes out with Lotus. It's like, okay, I think once we dock, I think I'll be okay.
Glad to hear it.
Ooh. And he just sits down again. While Nostrea is still coping.
Wait a minute. Agus's armor that he was wearing got damaged, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
melted a
corroded.
bit.
But it wasn't destroyed. It was just damaged.
Yeah, it's got one armor left.
That's my old armor. I can repair that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. After finishing with Fleming, I will, like, when I have the time, when I have a spare hour, I will repair that
Finished
for you.
with Fleming.
I think for now, like, Aegis kind of takes the armor off. Anyway, because we're gonna go and see the mayor, so it's just like wearing civilian clothes.
My civilian clothes got fucking melted through, so I'm either gonna be wearing armor or just in a fucking, like, sweaty tank top to meet the mayor.
We just basically traded on, like, who's in fucking civvies and who's in armor
Yeah.
at this point.
Azora does complain about just, like, her fucking... She, like, when she's in the kitchen and just making small talk with Raina, she just bought that fucking jacket, and it was instantly melted. She hadn't bought nice clothes for herself in, years.
Ow. Life's rough.
Yeah. I don't know how you do it, Raina.
Oh well, I mostly just well, I'm always looking out for my valuables. Unlike poor little Nostria.
Poor little Nostra.
Yeah, when Jailbird was driving the nowhere around like crazy, started taking on water. Her poor little sketchbook.
No, Azora actually does stand up like that. It got destroyed?
All soaked.
Azora does just, like, slap down the, like, write down everything just write down what you know about Gamble and goes to comfort Nostria. And just tells Raina, keep an eye on him. I know you're more than capable of kicking his ass if anything happens.
Just like a knock on the door. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, buddy.
yeah.
Tell you what, we'll go for ice cream after this. We'll get you a chocolate sundae.
Okay.
Get you a fish ice cream sundae.
Okay, so fishing village, mayor.
Yep.
Yep.
Go out to meet him with Irving and Fleming.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. All right. So yeah, you pull up. Yeah, the mayor's house is right there. It is probably like, yeah, it is like dead of night right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We're impatient. Aegis like knocks on the door.
Yeah. Time is
Yeah.
very much of the essence here.
Yeah, you hear like just a lot of scrambling, and then just like he just opens up. It's just like, oh God, what the, Irving, son, you're alive. And then he sees Fleming and just backs up.
Oh wait, I've got a pun for this. Don't worry. Aegis just says, like, puts his hand on his shoulder. Don't worry, he's neutralized.
Azora does just... You're really on it today.
Meanwhile, someone is, you're not fucking funny!
So yeah, you walk. So yeah, he just backs up.
This is subconsciously Aegis is retreating back to when he was in that shitty fishing village, and all he would do is write puns that he could think of.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
actually like deep trauma. You shouldn't be encouraging.
From the crippling boredom and feeling of
Yeah,
isolation.
you shouldn't be encouraging this.
He'll become less funny. Well, more funny. I don't know if this is less or more funny than typical once he's outside of town.
So yeah, the mayor backs up. He's like, "What's going on?"
Now, you may not recognize us, but...
What?
And Azora does just, like, put her face in her hand. Oh god. And Azora just says, "Look, we need to talk."
Yeah, we're sorry about pulling the wool over your eyes, but we needed to trick you to get some things done.
What's going on? I'm glad, Irving, you're alive, but wait, what happened? Why is Fleming here?
And Azora,
Who are you two?
introductions are in order, and extends a hand. My name's Azora. This is Aegis. We represent the mercenary group known as No One.
Oh, yeah.
We were tracking down this guy on a job and needed a way to get to him. We had lobster disguises and used the connect. We took out the lobsters that were headed to pick you up, posed as them, and used you to get to Fleming here, who we now have under control.
Yeah, he hesitantly puts out a hand and shakes. You have Fleming under control?
It's a long story, but yes, he's in a state of neutrality right now. He's highly impressionable and open to suggestion, and will stay that way until we get him to the people who hired us. Which, if all is the same to you, for, confidentiality's sake, we won't say exactly who hired us for this job, but rest assured, we're here to help.
So what does this mean for the town?
That's something we're gonna have to go over, because I don't know. I understand that from what Irving told me, that us being here was putting your town in danger, and you've been coerced into a state of cooperation that won't be tenable anymore, not unless Gamble comes back and sets up operations. But let's just say this village is not going to be peaceful for much longer either way.
So Gamble's not here?
No, he was last here. What he said a week or so ago.
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. Yeah. Thank you, Fleming.
Fleming's been running the show since then, if not before that point.
Yeah, Gamble had only come to visit on an inspection type thing. Gamble has been in and out, but Gamble could be back in, the coming days or week or so, or not. Fleming said Gamble's plan should be coming to fruition in a couple weeks, so maybe he's too... If you're lucky, maybe he's too busy with that to show up back here, but there's no guarantee of that, and personally, I wouldn't want to risk it.
Oh my. Yeah,
there's still a team of mercenaries at the base out there on the lake, but they, were being agreeable with us and understood that Fleming was coming with us, and they're essentially just waiting around to get paid last we talked to them, but they are still there, and if Gamble shows up, they could presumably be ordered to take more work, and Gamble is capable of making more of those creatures to harass you. No matter what we do, even if we got the mercenaries to leave, Gamble could always just show up and both bring and make more of those creatures to harass the town, and we just have no choice but to try and track him down, but we have no guarantee he won't come back here before we can find him.
But you will look for him.
That's our job.
Okay, he sighs and just rubs his head. Should have never trusted that man. God.
No, but you likely didn't have much choice. It was either trust him or be turned into one of those creatures or zombies yourself, along with likely all of your townspeople.
Can't help but feel dirty.
And Azora sits down and, puts a hand, puts a hand on his shoulder and, making eye contact. I saw you in action and you interacting with Fleming and really fighting for Irving. I do believe you're a good man. Resistance likely would have been futile and likely would have just gotten more people killed. It's an impossible choice and a guilt you may have to live with your entire life, but for what it's worth, you were helping people. You were doing all you could.
Thank you. Small comfort, but thank you. In any case, if you manage to find Gamble and stop him from re-victimizing this town, I'm assuming if it's your job, you're already getting paid, but I don't know what else I could throw in. But
Azora just sort of looks to Aegis like, this is your department, buddy. I don't deal with these negotiations.
Anything you know would be helpful. Anything you've picked up, bore witness to. Names, people who went missing, people who passed through, associates, anything like that.
Names of people who went missing. Well, he would take random selections from the town every night. If you want to know more about Gamble, well, he has some method of being able. He has eyes and ears in odd places. Something he's done to himself with some kind of magic. He can hear people, see things that he shouldn't be able to.
Through some sort of watcher or anything like that, or just...
I believe he said he could see people through the eyes of the monsters sometimes. Could see and hear through the mist itself, I believe he said at one point.
Yeah, Azora's eyes do sort of jump in alarm at that. You know. And does just sort of like scratch her chin and mutter something under her breath like, sounds like the king. And, you know, like... And does just look at Aegis with sort of a look communicating, he can see through the monsters, like...
So
that could be bad.
He knows
especially if that includes Axe.
He knows we're coming then. He's known for a while. And... I mean, he still let us get to Fleming here, if he can see that much. If he could see through Axe, you don't think there'd be more moves made against us?
Maybe he never considered us much of a threat, or maybe he's just hoping Axe will come to him in time, if he has such interest in him.
He can't see through Axe, Fleming says, just suddenly.
How do you know that?
He can't.
Well, I know how he sets that kind of thing up. Being able to activate being able to access the sensory data of being able to access the sensory information of of the living things he has a hand in. That wouldn't work on something with higher consciousness.
Right.
That's why he wanted Axe back.
Those crabs in your base, could you see through them, or was that something he might have been seeing through, or was that nothing?
Oh, no, those are just crabs.
Good to know.
Sometimes a crab is just a crab.
Do you know if he knew we were in the base there with you?
I believe, yes. Not until he didn't know you were coming, but I alerted him.
By what method did you alert him?
Magic paper.
Understandable.
And, well, he had me activate that failsafe. And I believe he had a conversation with Axe.
How?
Well, we had some of that mist lying around in the room. Led him in there. Surrounded him with it, and I think he wanted to talk to him.
Do you know what about?
He said.
I mean, I know obviously we can ask.
He said it was a family matter.
What do you think the odds are that he's going to come back here?
I imagine he'll probably just write this place off until he completes whatever his ultimate goal was. Then he might swing back around and kill everyone.
If that's any comfort to you. If he completes his ultimate goal, frankly, I don't think there's much helping anyone, but...
Yeah, the mayor just kind of sits down and just rubs his temple. It is oddly comforting.
Yeah, and Azora looks at, Aegis, just looking to him for guidance.
I think we'd better move quickly then. If he's got his ultimate plan going ahead in a couple of weeks, I don't know how bad that is, but knowing the man, it's not something we'd want to go ahead. Though the worst of his damage is probably already done. Besides that, it's enough lives ruined.
In any case, I agree. Back and Azora going to him sort of out of earshot of the mayor, back to Custer then to report this. Do you think?
Yep. Then back to see about that guy giving us a trip up there. What did you?
Remember, you've got that direct line to Inspector Keys through a specific paper he gave you.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
I forgot.
We can probably report. Yeah, we don't even have to go there to report. We can just give him info. Though we probably might want to give him fucking Fleming.
Yeah. It occurs to me, Azora turns to Fleming. Do you have the paper to talk to Gamble?
Nope. He had a very limited supply, and it always burns up when you use it.
Azora sort of grimaces at that. Eesh.
Guy's paranoid as him.
In any case, we should leave some with and Azora talking to Aegis. We should leave some with the mayor in case something happens, then they need to get in contact with us.
Yeah, Aegis turns to the mayor as well and just says, "Look, you don't want to put your town on either side of the war, but the person you signed up with was not the right call, and with this, you might want to. I don't care which side you pick as long as you're protecting your people. I'm not going to judge that, but you left yourself open to being manipulated by someone far worse than either side."
Yeah, right. Well, let's hope this all, before any of that fighting gets back here, hopefully this will all be over one way or the other. Thanks. Yeah, he takes a pic, whatever you offered him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, and I guess we head back to the nowhere and message. Yeah, I send a quick update to Keys, like we have one of his associates, Fleming.
Okay, so what you get back from Keys is that, all right, like I'm going to take off now for Osprey immediately. That's the closest city that's allied with us. Yeah. Bring him there. Tell the gate guards like a password that he gives you, that Inspector Keys will be meeting you with a prisoner, and you'll get free passage into the city. And he'll meet you there. Take Fleming, have his own investigation, and then give you whatever updates he has as well.
Right.
Azora, yeah, and Azora does say to the mayor about payment. One thing. Any supplies you can give us, food, things like that, water, certainly, fresh water, drinking water, that sort of thing, would be appreciated.
Yes. Of course. Stock up as much as you need. We have free access to where we keep the freshest catches.
It's appreciated.
Yeah.
We have a kitchen. Do we have a fridge on the thing? A freezer?
I assume something like that.
Mini fridge, but it's actually filled with wine.
Well, yeah. Why would you don't refrigerate?
Try the wine.
Red wine. Well, you cool it. You don't refrigerate it. Red wine. White wine.
A bottle of white.
I
don't know. Some wines, you want different wines at different temperatures.
We didn't know that at the time. It was just all in the fridge.
Okay, so do you want to end session there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you got
Fleming. Remember to fill up our water tanks on the.
Yeah, you fill up your water tank.
Besides anything else, considering it was like late at night as that was wrapping up, I think we're camping at the moment until morning and then heading for Osprey.
And then
I'm gonna say, Neil, I was been thinking of the actual leveling up stuff, but I don't feel it's thematically fitting for Axe to level up like into a new class yet. I just don't feel it's thematically. That's why I'm So I end up hoarding EXP.
Yeah.
If Axe could, he would distribute them equally. Here, Nostria, take all these experience points.
So, anything else before we do end the session? Like, you want to talk to Axe about, like, Gamble or whatever?
I'm just gonna say
actually, I would be down for that. Yeah, like talk to him about Azora after all this is settled and is going. Like,
actually, I want to mention Axe is while they're away, he's sulking in the storage, and he just at one point he just stands up and punches the wall.
Damn.
It leaves a mark.
Breaks it. The whole thing sinks.
Boop, boop, boop.
Everyone's dead. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Azora.
Yeah, let's and just to Aegis, we should probably, now that we have some more time, we should talk to Axe about things, make sure he's okay.
Reina comes out. It's horrible. Axe hasn't eaten.
Oh no. So yeah, gonna go see Axe and just sort of sit across from him. How you doing, big guy?
Axe is just silent.
We got a lot of information on Gamble. We're a lot closer to him now, to taking him out.
Not close enough.
Pretty close. We have a full description of him now. We know a lot more about what he can do, what he wants to do, and presumably where he is. Certainly where he's going to be.
Good. Axe will take care of him then.
Axe. Not that it may be too late to stop now. We may have made an enemy of the guy, but it seems the closer we get to Gamble, the less happy you are with this.
Axe wants to see this through. That is all.
Alright. That's the way it is.
Excuse Axe. Axe wants to be alone.
Hey, Axe. And just like before he leaves, though, like I heard you saw something about or talked to Gamble apparently through the mist.
Axe don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Axe don't.
That's your choice. Yeah, and Azora does just like eye Aegis concernedly.
He's got the thing that worries me about Axe. For all of his rage, he can clearly see the way things are sometimes. See things just as they are. He can listen to others. He backed down when I told him to. But, I don't know. Seems like something in him falls away every time he listens to me to hold back.
I just gotta say, meanwhile in Axe's head, that the whole conversation with Gamble plays on replay. Your father.
I'm the closest thing to family you have.
Wow.
I'm just worried. How many more times can we tell him to hold back?
The closer you get to Gamble.
Yeah, it's like, it's not even that Axe is getting madder the closer we get to Gamble. He's just getting more and more depressed.
We're gonna have to have a side episode, a filler episode where you.
All right. So yeah, anything else?
No, I can say that Axe hasn't advanced his bonds with anyone really, because he has not focused on them at all.
Right. So before that, any other scenes you want to have, or
I don't. I think I resolved. I'm trying to think. I'm going through each person in my head. Was there an? Oh, Irving. I did want to talk to Irving.
Yeah, you dropped off.
Yeah, just say, and
yeah,
I do appreciate all you've done for us, and apologize for how much danger you've been put in because of us. It's something we truly can't repay.
Well, I'm just happy there's an end in sight, whatever that end is. You came through for me once already with stopping me from getting killed, so hope you can come through for us all. I think I have hope for the first time in a few months. So thanks for that. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, it's nice to feel hope again.
I'm glad. And Azora offers to shake his hand.
Yeah, he shakes. Nice.
Oh yeah, does Aegis find out about the money situation?
I don't think we have yet. No.
Maybe we should wait for that.
That'll be next section. It'll be a little tonal shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would kind of rob all these dramatic talks we're having as we're rolling into shit getting dangerous. I'm feeling
and then
the
just
first time
Aegis is
sad. There's fucking
capitalism.
soft 80s rock playing that's kind of depressing in the background, cutting between scenes on the no one.
It's like you know what it reminds me? It's like a fucking a teen drama on a TV, and it just plays on.
Aegis is looking at his totally fucked armor that was. Oh no, it's Azora's old armor. Never mind. Yeah, never mind that. But it's the rest of her country is a little bit melted away because of that, and Aegis is just like, damn, we're all losing bits of ourselves.
You could totally, damn. You can totally hear the sad rock music playing.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking. It's like the ending of the second Yang episode of Psych.
Oh god, yeah.
That montage.
That's such a good. That's one of my favorite scenes from Psych, if not my favorite.
Aegis is just sitting at a campfire that he's set outside the nowhere, just examining the partially melted armor, just yeah, this isn't good. And some of the personal effects are kind of melted away and shit like that. The fucking shield that Aegis had that he had kind of painted to kind of be a bit like the old Summer Swords thing is just melted completely, and now he's probably not gonna replicate that logo again.
Damn.
Just throwing that detail at the last second.
Yeah. We need to make our own logo.
Yeah.
Do we have any bonds though?
I sure do. I have one last question before we get to bonds. Sorry. The mercenary guy, what are we doing with him? Azora does ask Aegis too when we're walking back from the mayor.
Yeah.
You want to hire him?
I could.
Yeah, are you just letting him off here, or?
He said he was looking for a place that, would pay good coin, and
they were making a hell of a lot more than we are.
Yeah.
Oh, and Azora stops and actually and starts laughing, is actually sort of doubling over, and just, oh god, you didn't hear how much money they were making, did you?
No.
And Azora just starts continuing to walk towards the thing. She's gonna let that be a surprise for him.
How much money were they making? How much?
I'm sure he'll tell you. In any case, are you hoping to hire him?
I wasn't thinking about it. No, he seems motivated by coin more than anything else, and he didn't seem terribly.
And we already got one fucking elf on the team. So.
He was an elf?
Oh, is this guy an elf?
No. I was just saying because Corum's motivated by coin.
Oh right. Wow. Yeah, so they kind of get into the room with the mercenary. All right, how much were you getting paid for that?
600 a day.
600. Aegis looks at Azora. That's a small fortune. That's absurd.
Yeah, Azora's just sort of standing there, arms crossed leaning against the doorframe, just sort of shrugs, at him. Just.
There are people who could work one day at your job and then just settle for the rest of their goddamn lives.
Yeah, 600 a day. Might get turned into a fish monster if you look at the wrong thing.
Right, yeah. Aegis just shrugs, just says, I can't compete with that, and just, like, turns to just go to the door.
Yeah,
Zora
so you're letting...
says, hey, for what it's worth, I didn't even get paid at my old job, really. Well, that's actually not true, technically, but...
So are you letting him off, having him get off here, or?
Yeah.
I should take him a bit further away from here, like, both as a favor to him and also it's better for, like, it's mutually better, I think, to, at the very least, let him out in Osprey instead of just here.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he'll
that is something that's
around.
Disgusting. So, like, he's just gonna be around for another day while Aegis is just, like,
just let him...
fucking day.
Yeah, just let him stick around in the nowhere.
Let you out here, but I imagine that's dangerous for you, and it would probably be better for us asides to not have you risk getting caught.
Well, I won't say no to a free ride.
We gotta meet with that guy in Osprey anyway, so it's good.
Well, and anyways, Azora sort of like pats him on the shoulder as leaving the room, you know, like, well, you're another merc. If any danger happens on the road, we'll be sure to put you to work too.
Oh, yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just feels his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his weapon, actually?
Sword.
Nice. Yeah, he's feeling up his leg. He got healed by Nostra, and my hand got fucking shredded yesterday. I was planning, come on, don't be a bitch.
See, that's why Aegis should just...
When Azora leaves the room, you just like, Aegis is just kind of like leaning against the wall, arms crossed. Aegis just looks at her and says in like the shittiest, snidest way possible, 600 coin a day, but I still kicked his ass.
Azora actually just sort of throw her head back in like a almost silent wheezing laugh at that, you know.
Aegis isn't jealous. No, not at all.
Yeah. Well, hey, like I said, I didn't even get paid at my last job, you know, and if you want to throw down...
Is Aegis just gonna, like, renege on the free ride? On the free part of the free ride part?
No,
of the free ride thing?
But he's gonna be bitter as fuck. And the fact is he's now doing it partly because to be the bigger man.
You know, I respect this guy making 600 a day, and he still recognized, like, oh, with me having been through this, there's a really good chance he's going to turn me into fish. You know what? I'm not risking it. I'm not taking the extra coin. I'm quitting while I'm ahead, cutting, you know, like, I respect it. He's, like, you know, has good restraint. He's not losing himself to the gambling, you know.
He's not gambling with Gamble.
Yeah.
Alright, so, bonds?
Oh boy, do I have some bonds.
I have got 3. I could potentially have 4, but there's one I can't really think of yet. So,
Max doesn't really have bonds, so...
Gotcha.
This one. My own plan almost got me killed. Azora blames herself over it. I'm unsure if I'm fit to lead, trying to think that fast. I need to keep clear ahead. I can depend on Azora and the no ones to keep up with me, but we're going up against greater danger. I'll need to be more cautious going forward. I almost died lost and alone for lack of it. So it's more just kind of thing that they came in time to back me up and to like get me out of Dodge. It's not like I can depend on them, but for their sake, I need to cool it off now.
Nice.
So it's a bit more of an assured version of the old one. It's a developed one. It's one with Axe. Axe had me make a deal with Ariana for information on Gamble. How far are either of us willing to go to track him down? As we get closer to Gamble, Axe's rage is turning to sadness. Will we be ready to face him when the time comes?
Boo-hoo.
I was just gonna say Axe is being a bit of a mopey bitch right now.
I mean,
just like Azora at the start of this all. You need.
I mean,
Debbie Downer.
That's actually the thing I'm having trouble with, like, changing one of Azora's, is, like, Azora may not be totally free of doubt, stuck between wanting people to protect and being scared of caring about others. I always make sure she knows Nostria is safe among us. That one I kind of want to develop, because she's clearly showing a much cooler head, but I'm not sure how to, and I only saw the tail end of it anyway, so, you know. And then lastly, this one. Axe's anger may be limitless, but he listened to me. Even in his lust for revenge in time, he might be able to cool down. Oh, even with his lust for revenge, in time, he might be able to cool down. Wow, I forgot a period there.
Oh.
Once again, Axe listened. Even as I told him to hold back against one of Gamble's associates, he listens to me, but it seems to be killing him to do so.
Axios wants to smash.
Axe just wants to kill things, and whenever I tell him no, it just seems that it makes him all just upset.
Yeah.
There's gonna be that point where he's not gonna listen to me, and it's gonna be bad.
It wasn't bond worthy, but God, obviously, because I think it would have advanced any bonds, obviously. But like, man, if this were Savage Worlds, I would have given Emma Benny for that big move.
What, the neutrality fucking move?
Yeah, the
Oh,
hand,
Good.
yeah,
That was
handshake.
fucking
Dropping the notebook away. Like,
Yeah.
that was, like, I the whole thing with sitting down to the thing, like, all of that was, like, I was trying to think, how can I surprise him with the tag? Like, all of that. And then I realized, oh, wait, I can also mine him for information on Gamble. 2 birds with 1 stone.
It was genuinely really good, because throughout the whole thing, I was like, he's making a lot of deals, can we hold to any of this shit? And I was like, I was buying it, but, like,
yeah,
not sure, like, to what end, you know, was she doing that to kind of just get the sword back? But it's like, actually, no, she played off the sword to fucking get at the guy.
Yeah.
It was fucking calculated.
I think it was good character development for Azora in a lot of ways, because it showed, like, both, I think that conversation with Jailbird, like, how far Azora has come from, you know, her backstory, but it was also, I think that was the first moment where, like, we really saw, like, not just soldier, fighter, whatever Azora, but we saw the, like, you know, vice captain of the Noble Guard, you know, like, this is not just someone who was, this is someone who was, you know, we saw the side of her that was a commander and a leader and, you know, like, was involved in political deals and stuff like that. And I think that's been an arc as she's been growing more into getting used to commanding other people and whatnot. And I think that's something I think is probably going to be interesting to explore in the future, as both Aegis and her kind of start taking charge more, and if that does or doesn't lead to any, you know, clashes or anything like that. Because ultimately, I don't think it would too much, just because Azora is used to being a second in command, not commander herself. But at the same time, you know, she kind of did.
From a military standpoint, the most proficient and experienced leader here.
Yeah.
Whereas Aegis,
she is the only one with command experience.
The thing with Aegis is, you know, that he can only ape what he's seen other people do from a distance, which... Yeah.
He tried to do that with the sword play.
And he tried it once,
did one damage.
And he ran away. Which,
yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Like,
I think I was gone.
He brought out his sword instead of the spear when one of the fishmen was on him. And he's like, I was trying to think of how Azora, I've seen Azora use swords all the time. And then like he rolled his 7 to 9 on the hack and slash, and then probably did 1 damage.
And then immediately decided instead to run away.
Yeah.
But that's like been generally Aegis' whole thing, is he's aping what he thinks a leader should be from the guy who used to lead him, and that guy was very unorthodox and could only really do that with that set of people, and that's like kind of more or less been abandoned at this point. It's more just Aegis actually just doing as... It's not even as weird, because he's aping what... Not aping what Azora told him, doing what Azora told him, which is just let people have their own strengths at this point. So he's just running it loosely.
And I think
because like there's a confrontation with Aegis' old leader, but I don't know what it would fucking be like or do. And it's kind of weird at this point in the story.
What if... Oh, I have a theory, but I don't know if I should say what my theory for, like, if we were to run into him would be. I don't know if that's... I don't know, it's just like Gamble has hired mercenaries and has his own team.
Well, no, he wouldn't be a mercenary at this point. Right?
Fair.
The reason that no one split apart is everyone went back to their home cities to serve in the militaries.
Do you know where his home city was?
Yeah, we haven't been through that in a while. I don't actually know if we ever went there. Is Tenzus Use the Tensus, man.
Oh yeah, we have not been to Tensus. No, never mind then.
Okay, so Zora's bonds.
Yes, I have quite a few. Let me here. I'm trying to think about the wording of one last bond. Axe, are you ready with your bonds, or do you just want me?
Axe doesn't have any.
No, because Axe didn't really interact with you guys at all.
Okay, so I guess I'll do my other ones and try and come back to it, because there is a thing here, but I don't know. I'm having more trouble with how to word this one. I don't know. This one's really nebulous in my head. But so, let's start with the other. Let's start with Axe actually. So we had Axe's hatred for Emberwell is understandable, but I'm worried he may be overzealous to the point of being dangerous. So this one is Axe's hatred of Gamble is affecting him in new ways. He's shutting down in a way I hadn't seen before, and I'm worried what this means for him.
Nice.
Then we also had Axe did so. Actually, this one's probably closer. We'll do this one next. Axe's loss weighs heavily upon him. Axe's loss weighs heavily upon him. Both of us lost a family and much of ourselves that we cannot get back. I may be jaded, but hearing him want his family back broke my heart a little. Axe's past and issues seem to be catching up with him. I want to reach out, but I don't feel qualified. And then we also have, so Axe did immediately attack a giant golem, but also successfully de-escalated the situation all on his own. Axe got separated from us and survived on his own and successfully reunited with Aegis and operated well. He's come very far. I hope his emotional state doesn't get in the way.
You have 4 bonds with Axe?
Those are 3.
Oh, okay.
Technically I do, because I also have a joke bond, but I don't count that as a real one. Like, I wouldn't use that for aid or assist.
Okay.
But yeah, I also have Axe doesn't like fish. Who doesn't like fish? Because fish is my favorite food.
Axe doesn't like fish.
Well, I don't know about fish, but yeah,
like fish, they're plebs, but you know, it's
not meaty enough.
So with Aegis, I trusted Aegis with a sword that means more to me than my life, and I will fight just as hard to save him as I would that sword.
Well, he fucked up.
Wow.
He didn't super fuck up. So Aegis risked the sword, and it was almost irreparably damaged. But I do agree he made the right call, and as scared as I was also just as scared that he might have been killed. Then I followed Aegis's lead, but have now been separated from him. I have fallen into my vice captain duty of leading in his absence. I hope to do right by him. Without Aegis, I coordinated the No Ones in an assault on Fleming's Keep. I felt more natural than I expected taking command, and believe I did well. Then the last one, this is the one I'm still trying to figure out the wording of. Aegis talked to Nostra on my behalf, and I think gave me a new perspective on things. Yes, she and he may be risking their lives, but that's their choice to make, not mine. So I haven't figured out the wording, but this is basically, I thought Aegis died this mission and had to cope with that, but then was shown he did manage to survive himself. Like, I can put faith in him to survive and manage on his own. Essentially.
Like, Aegis is more...
Not really on his own.
Well,
it's kind
fair.
Of, well, yeah.
Without me might be more fair.
You know what? I'm gonna say it was on his own because Irving was dragging him down, and then someone else saved him. So that just kind of works out to neutral. So he survived on his own.
So those are my bonds.
I'm not sure how to reword that. It's just like Aegis isn't totally help. Well, it's not like that.
Not that Azora didn't think he was helpless, but just Azora was too afraid to, like, I don't know, just seemed...
I don't know, because, like, she, like, passed off the sword and was like, let him just keep going. Seems on some level she instinctually knew he could.
No, it's more. It's not that was afraid to. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I guess the idea was like learning to like accept that he just likes this job and sort of thrives in this condition, and like.
It's like realizing he isn't as naive as he thinks. He actually knows.
I guess,
what he's
yeah.
doing.
That's a better way to put it. Yeah. Azor was in a
so-
state of like, this was a mistake. It caught up with him, and like, no, it didn't. He knew what he was doing, and this all went very well, and yeah.
I'm not sure it's like just to phrase it because it is about my character. I'm not
But
sure if
it's-
it's the arbiter of how it's phrased, but like trust Agus's instincts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So is that it for bonds?
Yeah, those are not counting NPC bonds, which we don't do in recording.
Yeah. So did you defend those weaker than you?
Yes, I did, Jailbird.
Yeah, Jailbird. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jailbird's weaker on the power scale.
See, the way to make that fucking alignment really easy is to just be actually stronger than everyone else, so that everyone's weaker than you.
Axe, did you learn something new
I
about
mean-
location or culture?
Well, Axe certainly learned something about this location.
Yeah,
Um,
you did. You did learn about a location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And possibly a culture, but
Culture, it depends on like how you define
Yeah,
culture.
take that XP that you're more XP. One more for the pile.
yeah.
Agus, did you help your fulcrum at great risk to yourself?
I'd like to say so.
You helped yourself.
Yeah, narratively, if we consider Irving your fulcrum.
I
Then
But he
didn't
fulcrum-
actually fulcrum him, but I did make him a protector.
yeah, narratively you fulcrumed him. And you did help him. And it was at risk to yourself. But was it great?
Me alone in a room with another mercenary and several fishmen. I'd like to think so.
Okay, yeah, thank you. You filled your alignment. Well, good RP today. Keep that up.
Man, I
More
love
of
being
that.
patronized like this. It's sure
Snake, I
man.
can't believe you did it.
Yeah,
Or-
sweet. I know it's so hard for you to fulfill your alignment.
I know.
Yet you somehow keep doing it twice. Each time you do.
I just RP that well.
You fucking RP your pants. Fuck you.
Well, did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah, we learned a shit ton about Gamble and how his powers work and what he's doing. We learned possibly the most we've ever learned in a single session.
Learned a lot about Fleming and what he was up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He wants that immortality. He wants it. Get it going.
He wants to. Well, it's Fleming who just wants immortality. It's Gamble wants perfection. He wants
Yeah.
I want a new superhuman race made of atomic Superman.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Yes.
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 Overcome a notable monster?
Enemy. We certainly overcame a notable enemy.
I don't know. He's like second ring to some guy.
Second one of the most powerful fuckers going in this campaign.
Very well. Overcame Fleming. There you go. Did
Yeah,
we
fuck
loot?
you, Fleming.
Did we loot a memorable treasure? Fuck you, Bond. James Bond sucks.
Fleming is a treasure. Neutralized Fleming in his hypno state. He's basically an object.
Did we loot a memorable treasure? Did we?
We looted
No.
the Sharkmen back, though it got really no.
You got a shotgun.
Yeah, a shotgun
Like
and
a
Fleming.
Yeah, shotgun. Yeah, I'll take it just for the shotgun because it's a very nice shotgun.
Nice.
A shotgun on a 600 coin a day budget. So
Yeah, we're gonna need.
I'm on level 15.
Uh, an XP for playing.
Way.
Nice.
Well game.
We well gamed.
We did it.